Want smoother PS5 gameplay on your LG UltraGear? You can get up to 120 Hz refresh rates and sometimes 144 Hz at lower resolutions. This video shows you how to set it up for reduced motion blur and input lag. Remember, HDMI 2.1 is required for higher refresh rates at 4K. Refresh rate, measured in Hertz, indicates how many times your monitor updates per second. A higher refresh rate, like 120 Hz or 144 Hz, creates smoother motion and reduces blur, especially in fast-paced games. The PS5 uses HDMI 2.1 technology, which supports 120 Hz at 4K resolution. This HDMI version provides the bandwidth needed for high-quality gaming without sacrificing detail. To reach 144 Hz, you may need to lower the resolution to 1440p or 1080p. HDMI bandwidth limitations prevent true 144 Hz at full 4K resolution on the PS5. First, connect your PS5 to your LG UltraGear monitor using an HDMI 2.1 cable. Make sure both devices are powered off before plugging in the cable to avoid any connection issues. Next, on your LG UltraGear monitor, press the OSD button, usually located on the bottom bezel, to open the on-screen display menu. Navigate through the options to find the refresh rate setting and set it to the maximum available, which is typically 120 Hz or 144 Hz, depending on your model. Finally, on your PS5, navigate to Settings, then Screen and Video, and select Video Output. Choose the appropriate resolution setting and enable the 120 Hz output option if it's available for your monitor configuration. Variable refresh rate, or VRR, syncs your monitor's refresh rate with the game's frame rate, minimizing screen tearing for smoother gameplay. To enable it on your PS5, navigate to Settings, then Screen and Video, Video Output, and turn on VRR. LG UltraGear monitors support this feature through HDMI 2.1, ensuring optimal performance. Some games require you to enable 120 Hz mode in their settings menus. Also, check the PS5's per-game video options to ensure the correct resolution and refresh rate are selected for each title. Some titles will not support 120 Hz at 4K. If you're experiencing issues with 120 Hz or 144 Hz on your LG UltraGear monitor with PS5, start by checking your HDMI cable. Make sure it's a certified HDMI 2.1 cable to handle the required bandwidth for high refresh rates. Next, try connecting to different HDMI ports on your LG UltraGear monitor and PS5. Some ports may not support the full HDMI 2.1 bandwidth needed for high refresh rates. Also, ensure both your LG UltraGear monitor and PS5 are running the latest firmware. Sony and LG regularly release updates that address compatibility issues and enhance 120 Hz, 144 Hz support. Some users report flickering at high refresh rates, but this is typically fixed by applying the latest firmware updates to your monitor and console. If issues persist, consider using a different HDMI cable. Ensure your LG UltraGear model supports 120 Hz or 144 Hz and has an HDMI 2.1 port for PS5 compatibility. Check LG's official specifications for your specific model, like the 27GP950 or 32UN880. Not all UltraGear monitors support 144 Hz at higher resolutions. Make sure your monitor has HDMI 2.1 ports, otherwise it may not support higher than 60 Hz at 4K. Gaming displays are trending toward higher refresh rates for smoother gameplay and better console compatibility, especially for PS5. Future HDMI versions, like the rumored HDMI 2.2 in 2026, may enable true 144 Hz at 4K resolution without sacrificing quality. Keep an eye out for new LG UltraGear models featuring OLED panels and potentially 240 Hz refresh rates. However, always confirm PS5 compatibility for these new models. Expect more games to natively support 120 Hz modes, with over 60% already doing so.